fungible idiots, don't you know? Banging our heads to the rhythm of the code. We don't care about dollars or the shiny blade. We're just holding to zero. It's our everything. Round tripping positions, that's how we roll. We won't make a dollar, won't sell a thing. We're the zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, our anthem we sing. Zero holders, we're the kings of the sea.
Yo, good morning. Good morning, guys. Funny thing about that, Choina. Well, first, Choina, good morning. Rocky, good morning. Edge, Gravity, Tickles, good morning, guys. Dude, Choina, funny thing about that, like the waiting, the delays, it's fucking funny, the head game. Like, you let yourself do it one day, or even if you don't let it, it just happens, right? And then it happens the next day, and the next day, and the next day, and it's just like this snowballing thing. Yeah, just don't, never be late. Just never be late. Something feels off. The fuck? Hang on. Am I too zoomed in? There's something that feels not normal. There we go. A little better. We're a little too close. Good fucking morning, guys. Happy Saturday. Happy Bitcoin hitting 100K for the second time yesterday. That was pretty cool. Happy ETH over 4K day. That's pretty fucking great, too. Yeah, a lot of really cool stuff happening. Man, I want to go over stuff. I think a lot of you guys know this already. I'm trying to do some of these streams with new people in mind because I am noticing, this is really good, I am definitely noticing an uptick in new people. I'm talking like brand new to crypto and, NFTs and Web3 kind of people, which is cool. Like, getting DMs of people who are newly finding the show and asking what to look at. It's a great sign. It's a really great sign. And so today I want to talk about macro market. I definitely want to talk about Pangu. Listening to Joe and Henry yesterday, great takes. They were really fun. I'd listen to just those two. But I don't know if I agree with their Pangu take. And I realized, I covered Pangu, but I learned a lot about the Pangu, Pudgy Penguins new token that's coming. I learned about it, a lot about it after the fact, after the show, and I never got to really get into it. I think it's genius. I think what they're doing at Pangu is super smart. I think it's yet another thing that people are underestimating, which is so easy to do. It's a lot of, seeing kind of the same stuff over and over. What's new, right? And I think sometimes we underestimate how cool and how big the things we already do and already have can be. And also maybe underappreciate the timing of things. But we'll get into Pangu a bit here. Dude, Rajan, for real, like I get excited when I see you in Discord just, chiming in. Because I used to see you all the time, man, and you're deep in this shit. So it always makes me smile seeing you in the Discord, and especially here, man. You're like one of the OGs. In fact, Rajan, you were one of the ones like that was active here when the channel was first growing. You know what I mean? Like I remember. So it's great seeing you, man. Rebel, good morning. Tickle, you have a meeting with 4 friends Tuesday to onboard them to Xverse, ME, Ordinal. Good shit, man. Dude, the normies are all coming, which is awesome. The normies are coming. And then things yesterday, like Magic Eden integrating MoonPay. Those are the things that really add up. Like Henry and Joe talked about, like, hey, we don't use MoonPay. We're not buying crypto. Fact is, I actually still do sometimes. Some people, there's different games people are playing. Some people got those big old crypto bags, and they don't. They never have to buy again. And then truthfully, I don't think I do. But I'm usually tapped out. I'm overextended. So if there's something new that comes out and I want to buy it and I don't want to go liquidate something or I'm short on time, I am buying crypto. So I like that feature of MoonPay. I like it a lot, especially if there's new mints over on Tezos. And I actually looked at this yesterday. I was going to buy something on secondary. I find myself on Tezos a lot buying new crypto, right? Just using their credit card option and then buying. So, yeah. I've seen Pledge. I don't fully understand it because I didn't care enough to really, really wrap my head around it. I've seen it. I saw some people broke their pledge. Some of that money goes, I don't know. But yeah, it's interesting. At the very least, it's pretty cool, pretty interesting. Okay, but rewind it a bit. Point of today is I want to show you guys some of the most undervalued stuff I see out there that is actually on the more affordable end that I think has got some of the biggest returns. So for a lot of you, it's familiar stuff, but I want to emphasize it because it's barely moved. Some of these things have barely moved price-wise, and I have no doubt they are. They're going to. And I'll even mention something like Sense has moved. In the Bitcoin side of things, is kind of affordable compared to other things, but it moved, man. Sense got up to 0.017 yesterday. It's at 0.016 right now, and I think that's a screaming deal. I think Sense still cooks, man, absolutely cooks. I'm not going to put that in that category of cheap. I guess I could because I'm going to put other things on the radar that actually maybe are a little more expensive, maybe. And I'm going to try to put things in ETH terms as well, so we have something to compare it to. But Sense is, I told Tickle yesterday, while I'm tempted to sell, I've got 4 of these, I believe. I'm tempted to sell. What? We minted these damn near free, and they're $1,600 now. Only problem is, I don't think this art season's really cooked. I don't think the art season's really gotten rocking yet, and I think these Sense, first off, I think we'll see Sense at Christie's. Whether it's in like some old big lot, I don't know if we'll see individuals, but I think we'll see some rare Sense sold at Christie's. They already sold the big block of copper that these were all melted down to. These were physical pennies melted down to a block, inscribed on Bitcoin, auctioned at Christie's, sold for $60-something thousand. Not in NFT season, not in a bull run. I think we'll see it back at Christie's, and I think these will really cook. So I told Tickle, I don't think I'm selling these till like close to 0.1, maybe right around 0.1. And that's my target for them. And it's the perfect example of something that I think is way undervalued. Really, we've been calling Sense for a long time. Way undervalued, on the cheaper end, tons of room to fly. Not much downside, to be honest. So like, what do we call it? Like outsized potential, something like that, right? There's things like that. So I want to touch on as much as I can about that for people who are looking to get some positions ahead of this run that's coming, because this run's, man, really going to cook. D-Brizzle, good morning, man. Floriforms is on that list, Gravity. Absolutely. In fact, we can start there. We can get into Pangu here in a minute. Floriforms is way up there on that list. In fact, Floriforms, I could make an argument, is at the top of that list. So I'll set the stage here. Actually, let me peek at crypto, and I do want to check ETFs real quick. This is from me. I know nobody gives a shit. I need to see. With Bitcoin cooking yesterday, I like to see how the ETFs performed, because usually, hang on, boom. All right, cool. Usually, something still feels off. It's driving me nuts. Usually, look, Bitcoin performs well. I'm usually seeing the exact same thing in the ETFs. So always curious if it matches up again, because I'm just looking for patterns. That's kind of it. Not a crazy day. 376 million inflows on the Bitcoin side. And it's not like Bitcoin was crazy yesterday too, but and then the ETH side, I kind of think ETH had a big day with the ETFs. Let's see. Decent day. Okay, 376 million inflows. Look, ETH is having a record-setting week here, guys. Hang on, is this? Sorry. There we go. I wonder if ETH had a bigger day. 83 mil. Okay. Regardless, ETH had a really, really big 2 weeks here. It's its best performing stretch since the ETFs launched here. And then on the Solana side, guys, we got news that Solana ETFs are getting rejected right now. So it's going to be a minute. It's going to be a minute till we get Solana ETFs cooking. When we do, it's just one of those things that I really wonder if it extends this bull run. I mean, man, I know there's those calls out there that this run peaks in like maybe January, right? We're going to cook December. We already are. We're kind of cooking. We're going to really cook in January. We always do. January, February is usually the hottest time of the year, let's say, especially for NFTs. But man, come January 20th, inauguration date, and then it's full steam ahead, I think, for the Trump administration and getting these pro-crypto guys in office, getting these nominees in, and finally starting to implement policy. All I see is potential bullish catalysts here for the crypto market. It makes me really wonder, I mean, man, really, if this time is different. By the way, we got to peek at these. These look like they should cook. brand new NFT collection for AI 16Z partners. They're like 3.7 SOL last I looked. I'm really, really tempted to grab one. I'm really tempted. I think these will be over 10 SOL. Really tempted to grab one of these. Emmy Stimmy's going to be amazing, dude. Emmy, it's man, really funny. The Emmy Stimmy people are underestimating, and I think the OpenSea Stimmy, we got a lot of token talk to get to. Anyway, so many bullish catalysts here for crypto. I don't know. I'm not sure if we have just a quick run. I think we might have 12 to 18 months of crazy ahead of us. Now, keep in mind, when things are crazy, it will play out like every other cycle played out, as in 2 weeks of crazy and then 4-6 weeks of nothing, or 4 weeks of crazy. And in that time, right, some extreme crazy down to like kind of mild crazy, but still like very liquid market. And then we go 2-3 months of pretty quiet, still liquid, but pretty quiet. You're not selling the top at that point. You are actually undercutting the floors to move your stuff. And yes, there are buyers there, but that is what the bull market feels like. It's not full throttle, foot all the way down on the gas pedal, right? It's not that the whole time. It's definitely these like really compact, extremely volatile periods, extremely liquid, prices going crazy. And almost in an instant, again, in those few weeks, just gone. And you're like, shit, was that it? And sometimes you go 2 months, 3 months, 4 months till that next little run again. That's what I think is going to happen all next year. And I honestly, maybe for the next, let's say 12 to 18 months. That would actually be kind of interesting. 12 months, again, puts it at December next year. We always cook in January. So maybe it makes us really come to an end of that cycle. Maybe early 2026 is where it's like really officially over. Think of 2022, and that might match up if we're talking 4-year cycles. 2022, the other side mint, was the end, the definitive, to me, end of the NFT bull run. So somewhere in that time period of like March, April, May 26 is when I think it's like kind of over. But again, it is different. The world's changing. The world's adopting Bitcoin. It is different. And by the way, 6hole, yeah, you can swap Bitcoin for anything in the Magic Eden wallet. I've been doing that. What is that? Peng Basho. I might peek at that. Emmy is awesome. You got 3,800 Emmy tokens or value in Emmy, Rajan? I think the Emmy token's going to get to like a 10 bill market cap. In the Emmy token spicy early on, at drop next week, right? It's like 125 mil tokens are going to be circulating at that point. That's going to get really spicy early on. I think Magic Eden token, $10 isn't crazy. It's not crazy. $15 actually isn't crazy, especially early on. I've got, what are we at now? Like $4 or so? Awesome. We're going way higher than that. We're going way higher. People still underestimating Magic Eden. Majorly. Benny, what'd you miss? Benny, what show did you miss? If you're talking this, man, we just started here. We got a good hour to go. Okay, where to start, man? Yeah, Magic Eden. I might have to sell. Well, actually, I'm not claiming, first of all, because I live in the States and it's illegal. I'm not claiming. If I were claiming, I would be selling a little to start because I need to get liquid. I need to make some plays somewhere. Oh, Rajan, no, you're good, man. Rajan, you got a $12,000 allocation right out of the gates at today's valuation, right? More. You've got like a $16,000 value. That's pretty sweet, man. Yeah, Benny, no, we're just starting. And Benny, because you've been around, it's all stuff I think you know, but we'll see if we can find any other gems. I'll tell you this. Actually, let me give you a little alpha real quick, okay? I'm going to tell you something that is way undervalued that is probably going to 10x. It's not cheap. It's not cheap, but I'm going to tell you something that's way undervalued for fucking sure. AI meta, right? First off, flies I still think is a really interesting little thing. Claire Silver, It's the AI cycle. It's the AI cycle. You guys know it is the AI cycle. Rafiq Anadol and Claire Silver are going to have monster cycles. Monster cycles. Both of them with drops coming this cycle, too. Both of them are going to make such crazy, splashy news this cycle. This is Claire Silver's most recent drop. This minted on... I got one, by the way. Because I say often, I talk about things that I have, usually, because I know them. I got skin in the game, so I know them pretty deeply. This mint was 1 ETH. This was a 1 ETH mint over on Brain Drops. 500 edition, 1 ETH, sold out. Sold out pretty damn quick, too, but in a bear market, right? Not in an NFT bull market, not in a crypto bull market. This was a bear market. They're half under mint price, basically. Claire Silver, one of the top AI artists in the world, right? Mainstream press covers her, but I think in a big, big, big way, it's going to ramp up. I think this collection's 5 ETH plus this cycle. Like, not far off, but when the art meta really starts heating up, these are 5 ETH. Look at they're worth a look. Man, if I were liquid at 0.6, if I were pretty liquid, I would be grabbing these. Winds of Yahweh now, I've said forever, they're going to be 20 ETH. They went from 5 ETH a week and a half ago to like 12 ETH. Winds of Yahweh now are going to be bonkers. They're going to be bonkers. This is, I mean, if this show is about free money, and if I'm saying something's free money, it's because I'm positive they're going to go up. Positive. I don't think you can lose money on these things. 0.6 is pretty damn affordable in the NFT space. You can't lose money in this collection. This is damn near its all-time low as well. It's just nobody's looking at ETH AI art right now, other than Rafiq Anadol. Claire Silver, for anyone who doesn't know, I'll pull up... I want to pull up her account just so people know who she is if they don't. Thank you, Edge. Yeah, not financial advice, but it also kind of is. It's no, you can't say that. No, it's not financial advice. Easy fucking plays, man. She's going to be huge this year. She's already huge. You got most of you know who she is. She's going to be big time this year with some pretty mainstream projects. This is something she's got coming this cycle here too. Actually, it's probably coming in the next couple months here. It's this winter. 7,500 foot immersive interactive cutting edge AI installation world tour. VR stuff and whatever. And I think she's using some characters from this collection. I think I see some in here. Yeah, no, for sure. There's characters from that previous collection that are going to be implemented in here. This is a gimme. 0.6 ETH. I'll tell you this too, what to be watching for. If you're looking through the collection, you're looking for something that maybe stands out, that gets a little more value. In all of her collections, she has a trait called Qualia. All right, Qualia. This one right here, this is super spicy, actually. Let's just say this is at mint price, right? Mint price is 1 ETH. Checks I like. Rajan, I like checks. Everything Jack Butcher will pump to. So like trademarks and signature, I think is, I'll have to pull that up. She gives the Qualia trait to the pieces in her collection that are her favorite, that she's curated as the best pieces of her collection. They fetch a premium. We've seen Qualia sales in this collection already for like 2 to 3 ETH. Let me see if does this keep Qualia, right? 6 ETH for this one, 2, 1.5. All these over. Look, right? Qualia goes well over mint price. Qualia goes well over the floor. So right now you got that Qualia listed at 1.1. So it's like 2x the floor, but it's barely over mint price. That's a fucking... Man, if I think the floor in the collection is going to 5 ETH, that right there is a 10 ETH piece there. It is the only Qualia listed right now. There's only 11 in the collection. She marks it as her favorite. So if she's using these in her new collection, her new thing, she's probably going to pick her Qualias to put in there. But yeah, you can apply that to her other collections. I'm pretty damn sure Qualia is something in all of her collections. I had to learn that because the one I minted, I was lucky and I got a Qualia. This one's mine here. So I'm like, what the fuck is Qualia? Okay, it's her favorites. Boom. At 1.1, free money. It's free money. It really is. It really is. And then let me just peek at checks because I'm curious the price, and I want to And I want to peek at, checks. I kind of am wondering if checks are going to have some interplay. I don't know. Everything Jack Butcher is going to cook because it's Jack Butcher. I like checks. I don't know if I have to go deeper than that. I think everything Jack is going to cook here. What I really think is an opportunity in Jack, depending on the price here, is his signature collection. He's got trademark. He's got signature. That's interesting here. Right? This is a 100 edition collection, I think, here. 200 edition. Man, these were selling for a lot. 3, 4 ETH, 5 ETH. Small, like tiny little gen art collection from Butcher. Through Art Blocks. I like these. It's a little pricier. I see upside here. I see guaranteed upside in the Clear Silver collection. And then if you're okay, this fits perfectly. Good morning, Gravir. This fits perfectly into the thesis. Trademarks. I look at this like Jack Butcher's Chromie Squiggle, right? 10K edition Gen Art collection, minted November 23rd. So a year ago, man, in the darkest period of NFTs, basically, this is when it just emerged, right? Like we came out of the NFT bear market the last week of October last year. November, we started heating up. December, we started cooking. And a lot of like Hopium, January, February, and NFT Ordinals did great. This stuff did fine. It did fine, but trademarks at 0.07 fits perfectly with, for NFTs, super cheap, super affordable, tons of upside. These will be half an ETH. Peak euphoria. These will be half an ETH. These could definitely be higher than half an ETH, but half an ETH is a cool target. Hell, let's go cheaper. These will be a quarter ETH. Cheap, plenty of upside. You have a 4x in this, damn near guaranteed. Those are the kind of plays I'm looking for. Problem with these, just to be totally honest, like keeping it real. The problem with these is you are tying up your money. Maybe you can find faster gains other places. Like I'm just shots in the dark sometimes in meme coins. Also doing pretty awesome with those meme coins and seeing them early. Gotta say, the Shalom's God Satan token. You guys see that one? You guys see how high that's gotten? Shilled that on the show under $1 million market cap. That thing's at 130 something mil now. And it stood out. It's why I talk about Naval. I see similar things. I think it's got that little magic to it. Funny with Naval. I'll say this. I'm being really honest here. Naval is missing the magic. It has all the technical stuff. Can it capture that magic? If it captures the magic, it can do like the nothing token. It can be 100, 200, 300 mil market cap. Without that, just on technicals and the solid fundamentals it has, it's an automatic 4 or 5x. I'll talk about Naval because I can't shut up about Naval. Naval is one of those automatic plays. Cheap play, automatic. If it can capture magic, and I think it's got a great chance, you're looking at something that's Naval can do 100x, which is crazy. It absolutely can. All right, so there's some art stuff. Way too cheap. Nobody's looking at the ETH art yet. They're starting, actually pretty good indicator here. This is actually really awesome. They're starting to look at art on Bitcoin. So we're already seeing people making that switch over to art. Cents again. How up are cents? Okay, cents are up over 200% in the past week. Yeah, we're seeing people start to make that transition over to art. Floriform's up 120. Oh, these are actually up from yesterday even. Floriforms are another of those picks. Point here, people are focusing on art. I would have assumed on ETH first, and they are like Ringers and Fidenzas, those premium art pieces they are going after. I think people are going to make that move to those secondary, those cheaper collections. That's coming really, really, really soon. So you're seeing it here. You're going to see it on ETH. Again, use this as a benchmark. Look back at the Claire Silver collection. Actually, I want to peek at her Genesis collection. Look back at Claire Silver's collections here in the next 2 weeks. And I think in that Corpo Real collection, the first one we were looking at, I think you're going to see the price be, it's going to be different. I was going to say extremely different. I don't know. I don't know how quick it's going to change. It's going to be different. That's the kind of thing people are going to look at and be like, oh, fuck, that's too cheap. Yeah, I think screaming deal here. I mean, just a small handful of sales away from 1 ETH. That's that one. That one will cook. Oh, dude. Okay, thank you, Rajan. I'll be happy to talk about some Naval. Oh, you guys are dying inside right now. Naval is, I think, the most undervalued agent out there. I think this is the most undervalued agent. Talking about what's cheap, what's affordable, what has the most room to cook, right? Again, that's what I'm looking for. Doesn't have much room to fall. It fits a certain narrative. It's got a lot of room to actually rock it. Naval, you can even just look at its previous all-time high, 17 mil. You have a 3 or 4x. Let's say a 3x. You got a 3x to get just to its previous all-time high, which actually wasn't anything really noteworthy, 17 mil. When we're talking about AI agents, that's nothing. Okay. And again, I know a lot of you guys know about this because I talk about it a lot. Naval. AI agent, it's been out there for what? 6-ish weeks? Damn, not even? It's been out for a month. It's been out for a month. It's not a like FOMO inducing coin because it's not like edgy. It's not shit talking on X, right? It's a little more classy. In fact, the Naval agent is trained on Naval. I didn't know anything about this guy and I should have, but this is apparently some gangster trader. Like incredibly smart guy. Amazing with his predictions, plays the market, like excellent dude. Trained on this account, by the way, that Elon Musk interacts with. Elon Musk retweets Naval stuff, right? The dev of the Naval agent, which is the agent trained on the Naval account, well, the dev of that AI agent is Bored Elon Musk, who Elon Musk also interacts with, who Jack Butcher also interacts with, is friends with. Jack Butcher also has Naval quotes all over his VV website. So Jack Butcher, Naval, yeah, there's something there too. Bored has been on Thread Guy Spaces. All these guys are friends with Bored. That Naval agent, when it's cooking, is going to get retweets from guys like Jack Butcher. And at the very least, engagements with it. But it's going to get a retweet. I guarantee, dude. I don't want to say guarantee. I bet money by buying the token that Elon Musk is going to interact with a Naval agent. Board asked what thoughts were on Naval NFT. Yes. Yep. And he talked about that on Spaces too, which was cool, 6hole. He said, yeah, like we'll do it if it makes sense and I'm not going to charge. We'll find a way that, top hold or something gets NFTs. I like it. Yeah, Rajan, right? Oh, I didn't know he was on Joe Rogan. Dude, I might make some clips of that. That's cool. I didn't know that. Dude, I got to check it out. So, Bored Elon Musk, and I'll say this too. There's another person who worked on the Naval agent with Bored. He's just giving like these initials like YT. YT is the other dev. I'm 50-50 on this, but I actually think it's Shaw from AI16Z because before the agent actually launched, it was a conversation in Discord about we should train an agent on this. And then Shaw said, let's do it. They're buddies. Shaw and Bored are buddies. I think 50-50 chance. Let's go lower. I think there's a 15% chance that Shaw himself, right, founder AI16Z, created the Naval agent with Bored. I think that's possible. So we learned on the Spaces what the Naval agent is actually going to be doing because I thought it was just going to be like agent on X. And then Bored's making an avatar for him. Bored has got a video game company. And Bored has said this agent's going to live in the metaverse. Metaverse, a whole other subject. I think metaverse about to cook. And I think Naval is going to have a big presence in the metaverse. Like as people look for what's the next phase of agents, it's going to be who's got an agent in the metaverse and who's got the best one. Who's got a really great one. That has been their focus here, right? With Naval. Okay, but I learned something way cooler in that Spaces, which is the primary focus of the Naval agent isn't the metaverse. That's a huge focus. It's not the primary focus. The primary focus is to trade prediction markets. Train the agent on a guy who's a master trader The Naval dude. What's his name again? I gotta find your what's up, DeYank? What's his name again? They trained it on him specifically to trade. In 1 to 2 weeks, Patchwork Naval is going to be, plugged into Polymarket. It's going to start trading prediction markets. When it makes money, that money's going back into the community treasury, right? As in, I think, buying back Naval tokens. Does that push market cap up? Yeah, it's got to some degree, but does that put it in front of a lot of people if that thing starts killing it on trades? Yeah. Yeah, definitely. That's when I think it gets interesting, where you start seeing maybe Naval himself talking about it. He gave it his blessing, by the way. He didn't like tokens and pumpy shit, so they're trying to keep that conversation away from him. Does it get Elon Musk talking about it and Thread Guy tweeting about it and all these other guys, like big accounts, big ex-celebrities, right? Like crypto Twitter celebrities. Does that get them talking about Naval? I think so, man. In a big way, I think so. So I'm like all in on Naval, and I have been, and it's my biggest bag. And the same magic I saw in the God token, the Nothing token, that's now pushed it to 130 mil market cap. Again, Naval doesn't have that like cool edge to it. It doesn't have the edginess to it, but it had these things, these boxes it checked, and I'm like, oh, when people see it, they're gonna buy the shit out of it, and they did. And to me, Naval is the exact same thing. The exact same thing is it has things that people value that when they see it, they're going to buy it. And it's kind of just that simple. And I pointed out this morning, right? Nice to see the price going up. This got in the like mid 4 mil range. It's back over 7 mil now, which is awesome, while engagement and impressions are down. And I actually think the Naval agent, I think, was offline for a little bit, is in not tweeting. I think there was something there maybe while they were upgrading, but price goes up while engagement is down. Well, then what happens when engagement goes up, which it's going to? You get a Jack Butcher tweet, you get an Elon tweet, and even without them, you get crypto Twitter guys, you get meme coin investors, you get AI agent investors who are looking for something that has that low market cap, that's got the competent dev, that's got all the things we value. When people are looking for what has room to run, Naval's going to be one of those easy targets for them. And then they tweet about it, and then that takes care of engagement. To me, there's no way, I can't see any way this isn't an automatic 2x, an automatic 3x, which just barely puts it above all-time high. And my predictions for this is really 100 mil, 200 mil. And I won't be shocked at all to see this at $1 billion. It's not worth $1 billion. None of these are really. Like maybe GOAT because it's memeable. None of these really are worth $1 billion, but because this is going to be the biggest speculative bubble of this cycle, AI agents, all of these have a chance to get to $1 billion. In fact, I think multiples, a lot of these agents are going to get to that 500 mil, $1 billion market cap. A lot of them will. I saw a tweet from Mando. Let me see if I can find it. Mando tweeted out just like yesterday or day before. He's like, I keep banging my hand on the table to tell you guys, do not miss AI agents. Like, man, I'm telling you, people don't understand how big this is going to get. And you got to stop thinking about them as meme coins and that you're just buying, a token that represents an agent. You are literally investing in a platform or software. That's what agents really are. And while they're just toys right now, you keep tacking on utility to them. You build a platform around them. You decide, I want this agent to execute this kind of functionality. All of a sudden, you actually are betting on software. This is different. This is not meme coin investments, man. There is a meme. There's a meme ability to it that you are buying too, which is great. That's what can really push that speculative value up. But you're really investing in platforms. They are building a launch pad, some sort of launch pad for other people to build off agents. They're not going to share their code. They're not going to open source it, but they are building a platform that helps other people build agents in like this Naval kind of ecosystem, we'll call it. Now, none of that's exact, but they are building some type of launch pad. They are also integrating Naval into the Project 89 game. There's going to be this Dungeons and Dragons style game. It's not going to be a physical game. You're not playing it with a controller on your computer or whatever, but there is a game universe, this kind of, again, I can't remember the term for it, ARPG, something like that. And it's going to have a few main characters. Let's say 5 main characters of the game. One of them is going to be Naval. So Project 89 and Naval just did a token swap. They each now have $10,000 worth of each other's tokens. Shows that partnership. It will be more officially announced when that game goes live, but I still, yeah, I say Naval is the most undervalued, smaller market cap AI agent out there. I don't know, man. As this all pumps, 7 mil market cap right now, right? I don't see this not getting to 50 mil. I'm telling you, I can't see a scenario where it doesn't get to 50 mil. And I have trouble seeing it not get to 100 mil just off that speculative, silly FOMO, whatever happens. I can't see it not getting to 100. Now, beyond that, and initially, when there weren't as many agents out there, I'm like, this is an automatic gets to 500 because it's going to get silly. It can get to 500. I think it's got a great chance at getting there. I'm gonna back off saying it's going to get there. It's going to get to 50 mil. It's almost definitely going to get to 100. Anyway, I see tons of potential there. Total market cap of these agents, this is nothing compared to what it's going to be. I think Mando and I are on the same page. He said 50, 60 mil. And I know he's being conservative there too. It's really going to be probably 100 bill. I think I just said mil. Bill is what I'm talking about. It's probably going to be $100 billion market cap for the agent ecosystem. It might be more. It might be. It's going to get really silly. Again, people really underestimating how big this stuff gets. Trojan, I'm glad you popped in, man. Hope your day's great, man. It's on. So I'll drop. Let me drop some links. Early on too. Just thinking back to when this started. When I saw Naval, when I knew it was linked to board, I wasn't sure if it was their token. That's what kept me going all in. But on their official site, when they listed the token's contract address, that's where I'm like, oh, fuck, yeah, all in now. Because now I know it's theirs. Now I know they're not going to launch a competing token. It's going to be it's a special one. Okay, there's the CA for good morning, JWise. Yeah, let me see. Let me see some of these agents you talked about. Flows like Mo. Wait, am I reading that right? Flows like Osmo. I know it. I know it. As sure as I've been about anything in not crypto, anything. As sure as I have been about anything, I am that sure about how big AI agents are going to get and that Naval is a winner. Gmon's great, Sigma. Good shit. Flows like... I'm probably looking at this wrong. Here, let me peek. Let's do this way. Am I looking at the right thing here? The Project 89 integration is a big one, by the way. There's so many good agents, and what's so wild, I mean, important to make sure you stay a little liquid too, guys, because there is going to be an agent that pops up out of nowhere that does something that puts everything else to shame. It makes all the other ones look like a toy. And we'll keep saying that's what they look like now. We're going to have something that comes out that's like, oh, fuck. We'll have oh, fuck moments, and multiple of them this cycle. Man, Mike, I think we're nowhere near any kind of tops for anything. Emperor Osmo. Is that the name of the agent? What's his agent called? By the way, I do like this Realist token. It's, you guys know I've been talking metaverse, right? Getting really bullish on metaverse. Wait, am I looking at the right token here? There's something here. There is a metaverse play. There are metaverses being launched that are like they're designed just for AI agents. This is one of them. I do want to give a little warning. I think this one potentially does well. This is an interesting way to bet on agents by investing in a virtual environment that they'll actually like hang out and train on each other. Realist is interesting. I chatted with the dev too a little bit. I will say that dev to me is a little bit of a red flag. A little bit. Reason being, hear him on Spaces, and I think actually Naval will launch in his thing because Board has tweeted him. But hearing him talk on Spaces, he announced some funding he got, like a grant he got from a specific community, a really good community, by the way. He wasn't supposed to announce it, and those people were like blowing him up in the DM saying, you can't talk about this shit. He seems a little like, there's something about him that makes me cautious, that's all. Man, I didn't see that agent. When I was searching this, flows like Osmo, on Cookie, I didn't see it. But again, I know I'm searching wrong. But yeah, I don't see it here. Unless I can just check the mindshare shit. This God one's bonkers. That's the nothing token, right? AI16Z hit an all-time high, like 650 mil market cap, guys. Dude, yeah, Mike, I'm telling you, dude. Metaverse is going to explode because AI agents will fill it up. Like we're chit-chatting away with agents on X. They feel lifelike. They got smarter. People don't give a shit if the person you're talking to is real or not. Is it entertaining and is it giving you good info? And look at AI XBT. It's giving great info. So picture a metaverse where we all wanted that to be realized. We want it to be fun and we want it to feel alive, like just alive. If it's full of AI agents who are damn near or every bit as good as humans, but actually are useful to you, metaverse is here. Good morning, Raul. And then watching AI agents learn from each other in a 3D environment where it's not just text that they're learning off of, but it's like movements and distance and physical reactions. That is where agents are going to train now, and that's coming in 1 to 2 weeks. That's like here now. That's here. That's like the next phase of this of AI agents. It's metaverse. But Six Hole, dude, do you want to? It's up to you, but do you want to DM me a link to that one? I'm being retarded. I just can't find it. And then we'll come back to that stuff. But man, you get me on Naval. I can't shut up about it. Naval's just easy play. It's an easy play. Excited. We should hit 100K again. Well, hopefully hit 100 again. We're doing this thing. We just keep ranging, these like 2, 3, 5% swings, and then it's all hell's gonna break loose soon. It's just we're gonna cook here. And maybe final point on Naval. Here's what I picture happening. Just obvious, but guys like Tyler and Sammy and Legendary, these and ICO Beast, these guys that make content and talk about agents, we're gonna have a day where Naval does 50% gain. It goes from 7 mil, it goes to like 12, 13 mil, and it'll be on this. It's not often on these posts yet. It's just not. It hasn't hit that. Timing of it's been kind of shitty. Like it launched and it did its move to 17 mil when AI started kind of cooling off a bit. It didn't get that advantage of launching right when things were getting like super frothy, right? It's perfectly positioned now to take advantage of the next frothy move. So it does some moves up 100%. It doubles to 15 mil. It's on here. It's Sammy writing about it in his write-ups. It's people who never heard of it getting in for the first time, but it's other people like me, but the actual influential people, those ones actually bull posting about it because they've been buying early. So they're going to be they're going to start bull posting at that point. That's coming here. That's coming here. Oh, 6-0, okay. He charted mindshare. 2 weeks ago, 3 of the top 20 memes on Sol were agents. Now it's 10 of 29, and they've all doing well. Good. Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. I have no doubt about Naval. None. It's got that great foundation. Didn't hit the information stream yet. Will. All right. A little talk on Pangu, not too much, but then back to like NFTs and undervalued stuff. Pangu, Pudgy Penguins token.
But in this frozen expanse, a group emerged
So smart, man.
that could brave the cold. Using their unbreakable bond, the Pudgy Penguins forged a warm light in the cold, endless darkness and summoned a divine power. The penguin gods bestowed upon them a golden egg, a symbol of their collective might. And so they nurtured this egg with their unity, their strength, and their will to hatch a master coin.
Fuck yeah, man.
One coin to rule them all. It began.
And there it is. Pudgy Penguins launching a meme coin. It's coming next year. Oh shit, dude. I'm so funny with dates. I keep saying it's next year. It's 2024 now. This is coming in like weeks. Holy shit. Eric, dude, that's a good question. I think every NFT is going to pump. So World of Women's going to pump too. I don't know. I don't know with them. At this point with something like World of Women, automatically going to move. Oh, dude, everybody's starting to see metaverse now. Either people, actually, a lot of people still don't understand AI is coming to it. The agents are coming to it, but everybody is feeling the metaverse stuff, just speculative-wise, kind of bubble up, so people are getting back into it, just, betting on it, investing in it. When the AI stuff's there, when Cerebro is hanging out, when Truth Terminal, when GOAT is in a metaverse, maybe it's in all of them, but if they choose partner with one metaverse, and if you want to go hang with Cerebro, you got to go to this place, and if it's going to live there, well, the land around that guy is going to get all of a sudden fetch a premium. If they decide to dress up Cerebro with certain wearables, and then Cerebro wants to sell them, those are going to be worth a fuck ton. If you make an NFT collection of wearables and you convince Cerebro to buy it off you because it likes the clothes, or you have decorations for its house, point there is all the metaverse shit from last cycle is about to really boom again. Just because agents are gonna be there, and they're gonna be rock stars. J-Wise, if somebody can double check that contract, I think it is 7WM4. At a quick glance, that's the one. Yeah, got it last bull run, Mike. Good. World of Women. If the team can execute and do something splashy, and I think most of these projects from last cycle, the OG NFT project, I think they all are going to come with some big announcements. I think they've all been building and they've been saving announcements for whenever the next NFT run is. I think they'll do well. I think everything's going to pump. Okay, but Pangu, again, I got this way wrong. I thought this was coming next year. It's not. It's coming now. So all of a sudden, I think this is going to be a top tier meme coin, and that's what it is. It's a meme coin. It probably is going to have utility in their ecosystem too. Launching on Solana, huge supply, 88 billion. It's 88888888, right? All the way across. All eights, huge supply. We are learning right now that those numbers actually really do matter, right? The number bias matters. It's simply because normie, this is not for us, although it does affect us too, but when normies buy a token, you spend $10 on a token, and let's say you only get 1,000 tokens, as opposed to another token you can buy and $10 gets you 1,000,000 tokens. There's something psychologically that people want to hold 1,000,000 tokens, because what people do is, can this go to $1? They don't look at market cap. They have price targets. Oh, you know what it is really? Can it get to a penny? This token just has to get to a penny, and oh my goodness, if I have 1,000,000 tokens and it's worth a penny, I have X amount of dollars, right? That's what normies do when they buy crypto. So Pudgy's, and I'll say Luca and his team, really smart for making that supply 88 billion. Really smart. And it is playing out that way. We're now seeing meme coins listed on exchanges, and the ones with the huge supplies are outperforming the other ones. It's wild, but there's something to it. So really smart. Also, people questioning, why is this launching on Solana and not launching on Abstract Chain? It's a good question. And it's really smart that it's launching on Solana. Really freaking smart. I will say, too, Pudgy Penguin holders about to eat. They're getting that Pudgy token. They're going to get a huge payday. Liquidity is going to flow to NFTs because of that. Those guys are going to spend that money, a lot of it. Also got to mention, Abstract Chain has got a token coming too. A lot of us already qualified for their airdrop. And Pudgy's going to eat a second time because I bet they get a big chunk too. But the Pudgy community thinks that if you go to Abstract Chain and you sign up for their waitlist, that they're going to give you a soulbound token and that they might launch a meme coin on Abstract and airdrop it to the soulbound token holders. I don't know if any of that's true, but it's free to sign up. I'm signing up, but I'm going to do it on many email addresses. So that's a heads up, maybe alpha, I don't know, but abs.xyz might be worth signing up for Abstract Chain's waitlist for that soulbound token. Pangu, watch the market cap of Pangu. Watch the market cap of Pangu because yet another thing I am sure people are underestimating. Okay, because we'll talk market cap. Pangu, a meme coin from, let's call them the biggest NFT project. It's, debatable. Bored Apes or them or whatever, right? I'll say the biggest, for this argument, biggest NFT project that's out there in the mind share of normal people outside of crypto. Anybody who's bought toys. And is about to be in a much bigger way, too, because the games they're about to put out. And I bet you they got more partnerships cooking, too. And then you can compare it to ApeCoin, right? That's our first target, right? If we're trying to think what's the market cap of Pangu going to be, we can instantly start saying, well, how high did ApeCoin get? Well, ApeCoin got to 1.8 billion. So you can automatically assume, I think it's safe to assume Pangu gets to 1.8 bill. But I think it's different. I think Pangu's different from the ApeCoin because it's cute. Because they already have a huge social media presence. Pangu's, those little Pudgy Penguin GIFs and memes are already incredibly viral. It's going to have a different kind of mind share and a different kind of reach than ApeCoin ever had. I think Pangu easily 1.8 bill. Truthfully, I think Pangu, I'll pull up other meme coins. I think Pangu's going to be a top meme coin, period. Just anywhere. Let me get to meme coins because I want to show you what I actually think it can do. And then I want to show you why it's so brilliant. It's about the smartest thing I think they could have ever done is launch this on Solana. All right, here's top meme coins, and we're looking at their market caps. And man, how far down? Okay, I guess ApeCoin wouldn't be here, right? ApeCoin, they don't call a meme coin because it's like a utility token. Man, market cap wise, a cute penguin, and cute matters a lot for meme coins, right? And virality matters a lot for meme coins. Pudgy Penguins, both of those, majorly both of those. And it's not a penguin meme coin. There's none. Tell you what, man, Penguins got the partnerships. Guarantee. That's a Binance listed token and a Coinbase listed token and maybe a Robinhood listed token at some point. Almost out of the gate, market cap will, I think, smash Peanut, smash Popcat. That thing's going to be up here with Brett and Floki, but it doesn't make sense next to these guys. I'm assuming, again, those exchange listings, but Pangu, market cap, in my opinion, smashes Brett, smashes Floki, smashes Bonk. I think we should be looking for Pangu up around, not even whiff levels, 3.6 bill. I think we should be looking at Pangu around Pepe levels. I really think Pangu is going to be a 5 to 10 billion market cap coin. I really think that because how viral it is. Everybody in NFT is going to be behind it. I would imagine most people in crypto are going to be behind it. All kinds of normies going to be behind it. I also think, okay, I think I heard, and I hope somebody can correct me on this or confirm or whatever. Hang on, let me see. I think Pudgy Penguin toy holders, I think they're going to get to claim some token. As in, when you buy these toys, you get a little QR code, and you go to Pudgy World, and you get traits for your avatar. I think that toy holders are going to get to claim a little crypto too. 50 cents worth, right? Remember that supply is so big, maybe you get 100 tokens and it's worth 50 cents. Your whole bundle of tokens, 50 cents. That holder count of that Pangu token is going to be extreme. I think the toy holders are going to get to claim some. If not retroactively, maybe going forward, right? You buy a toy, you scan your QR code, boom, you got some token in your wallet. I think that's happening. Okay, now here's the brilliant part about it. They didn't launch on Abstract Chain because Abstract Chain's not quite ready yet. But man, anybody who's got a blockchain, they want a meme coin that's got a massive market cap, right? Coinbase wants that. Blast wanted it. And man, it's really hard to do when there's not that much liquidity in your ecosystem. What did Blast have for its biggest meme coin? What was it called? The one that made change to Army. What was that coin called? Pac Moon? Was that it? Pac Moon? And what did that get to? Again, this could be a little wrong, but did Pac Moon get to like what, 100 mil market cap? Let's say in that ballpark. It's really hard to have a coin originate on a specific blockchain and get that market cap up, because how many people aren't even bridging to that blockchain to play anything there, let alone going a step deeper and buying a meme coin on that blockchain? This is what's fascinating here. This coin launches on Solana, gets all the liquidity over there, gets all that liquidity from these exchanges, and then they're going to migrate that coin to Abstract or have some kind of bridge to Abstract. That was my understanding of their plan. This coin will move over to Abstract Chain. All of a sudden now you have a token with a $5 billion market cap that lives on Abstract Chain, and you're bringing all those users over, right? You give that token utility in the Abstract Chain ecosystem. Genius. It's fucking genius. I think people underestimating how big the meme coin is. If Pudgies are saying they're going to be the face of crypto, you know my thoughts. I thought it would be a partnership with like a T1 exchange. That wasn't it. It was literally do the obvious thing, become one of the biggest meme coins in the world. Then you become the mascot of crypto. Their marketing is so good. I think they ramp up the marketing to a degree we've never seen from an NFT project. But now they got a crypto as the way people get exposure to the Pudgy ecosystem. Crazy. That bridge to Abstract, I think, is huge. I think people aren't considering how big that is for the Abstract chain. It's really smart, really smart. I think it's cooking. I think it's going to be cooking. So yeah, incredibly bullish on Pangu. Market cap will surprise people. And you know, back to Emmy, same thing with Emmy. Oh, that's Spencer's point here. That's why I bookmarked it. L2 struggle with native tokens due to securing exchange listings. Pudgy Penguins create a multi-billion-dollar coin on Solana, then bridge it to Abstract. This is a VC who's invested a lot in Pudgy Penguins. I think he knows. He knows. So yeah, Sigma. Man, wish we knew when, but how high do little Pudgies get? This is what's also interesting too on the NFT side. Most of the value, well, right now the value is going to be in what's your allocation going to be worth, right? What happens after they drop the token? Do they lose value? They usually do, right? So do they have more announcements to come that keep that propped up? I hope. But like, man, we see, I guess with Doodles, right? Big partnerships, lots of stuff they got cooking. And of course, Doodles prices are up, but is it game changing for holders? No. And that will apply to Pudgies too. I just think Pudgy's got a lot more coming, reward wise. You know, token drops from other projects and other platforms. They'll keep feeding Pudgies, but how high the NFTs go, it's so hard to say. You know, little Pudgies, I think got as high as like 1.9 ETH. When NFT season's really in you know, high gear, I think little Pudgies will be 5+ ETH in that ballpark. It's really hard to guess how high this can go. Like, do we see those stupid floor prices like last cycle? I have a hard time seeing it. Right? Like, I don't see Bored Apes to 100 ETH again. Maybe. Could be wrong. Could be wrong there. CryptoPunks I do. But yeah, I'm not sure how high this stuff can get, because I don't know if people are going to test those all-time high prices over here. I know they are in Ordinals. But on ETH, I'm not so sure. I hope they do. They might. There's a chance they might. Magic Eden's going to be, again, 10, 15 bill. It's a crazy number, and I think it gets there. OpenSea's got a chance to do something really splashy. Man, it's just, there's so much liquidity coming to this space, like right in a trader's hands. It's in the space. It's being held by someone. It's about to work its way down to everybody else. And this is platforms making a bet. This is the time where you solidify yourself as like a main player. And you got to spend money to do that. They're spending it by giving these tokens to traders, right? Get them on your platform, give them some money to spend, see if you can win them over to your tools and, your ecosystem. If you can keep them, you can win out. You can really win and set yourself up to survive, the bear market. So these platforms are going to give people a lot of money just to promote their platforms. So OpenSea might really cook too, and man, I really hope it does. All right, so those opportunities here, those cheap, they're not cheap, but I'll say that cheap in crypto terms or in NFT terms, collections, we'll kind of just go down the list here. We'll start here. Well, shit, okay, you'll laugh at this. But Node Monks, yeah. Yeah, Mike, you're right, man. Mike, you're right. Yeah, it's punks and apes always will have that first status, that OG-ness. Obviously, punks, apes got it too. And Node Monks are too cheap. Yeah, they're $12,000-$13,000 but cheap. It's cheaper. Look, if you're playing for an Ordinal that's going to 10x, and yeah, these will both 10x. Yeah, they will. Node Monk's a hell of a lot cheaper than a puppet right now, and both of them are going to get to 1 Bitcoin easily. I'll move on from Node Monks because it's not cheap, but it is cheap considering where it's going. Runestones are cheap. In fact, I think runestones are too cheap. Right? We got dog. We got our dog. We got our dog rune from it. 2 more runes we get from Runestone at some point. Right? Leonidas is dropping 2 more tokens to Runestone holders. It could be this cycle. I bet he actually does 1 more token this cycle. Right? Always had that bill market cap as that benchmark or that milestone where it hits there, we drop another token. He's probably going to wait and let dog marinate a bit. But this cycle, I bet we see the second coin come. Runestone, I think, undervalued. I think it's going to get airdrops during the season and whitelists during this season. And now we know, and we have known, it's going to get another coin. It's going to get another token. So Runestone, relatively cheap when you compare it to a lot of other stuff in that ecosystem. How many Runestones are there, by the way? I totally forget. Yeah, God, 112,000. It's a lot of them. But I'm not selling any, man. I'm playing exactly what I was saying. I'm holding it for whatever's coming next. These are cheap. How high did they get to? Like 0.05, 06? How high did these fuckers get? Oh, dude, these cooked. Wow. Runestone's got to 0.09. Runestone's got to 0.09. I bet you they'll do it again. When Leonidas gets dog listed on a T1 exchange, all of a sudden that means he's got those contacts to maybe make it happen again. This could get back to 0.09. I'll even say, let's just be safe and say 0.05. You're looking for something that is cheapish, that has that upside. Runestone easily checks that box. Easily is one of those. Based Angels, also one of those, not cheap. Based Angels is going to 0.1 Bitcoin. It's at 0.02. Called that at 0.004, right? That's definitely going to 0.1. It is. Since we already talked about another one that I think goes to 0.1. Cheaper than Based Angels. Cool art project. I still think we'll see this at Christie's. We'll see this talked about in more mainstream art circles. Floriforms. I think some of you guys like Eons too. I think they're fine. I think they pump like everything. I'm not making a bet on them though. Floriforms I am. Floriforms I got a bunch of. Floriforms I'm not selling because I'm playing the art meta. I'm playing the Harto meta. That's the artist behind Floriforms. 10K collection. Still has another phase of this collection to actually reveal too, or maybe not reveal, but actually implement, which means this is going to get attention, right? 10K collection. In this collection, there's a lot of these ordinals that actually got twins or triplets or quadruplets, as in the art is the exact same. There's going to be some kind of evolution process. At least this was described a while back. Is it still going to happen? I think so. We'll find out. But that's going to get it back into mind share. It's going to get people's attention again when there's a new phase to this. But just it alone, it's great art. It's cheap art. Again, comparing it to the rest, this thing is priced at what, 0.005 right now? It's actually pumping a decent amount. And I'm not selling because my price prediction for these kind of like sense, it's also 0.1. Those predictions, I like to remind, those predictions are peak euphoria. It's not soon. This is when things get really silly, when prices don't make sense, but 0.1. And so the opportunity on these is kind of buying bulk, right? Getting a bunch of them. And it's why I'm not selling yet. 0.005, way too cheap. Even though these were cheaper to mint, it's way too cheap for where these are going. Let's see, Tickle, Hashling Fractal mining passes, Hashling something something. Oh, that's cool. Are you working with them? Are these projects you're CMing with? There's bullish stuff all over. Fractal might pump again too, that whole ecosystem. We'll certainly see. Node Monks down bad from. Oh, dude, Casper. Oh my goodness, dude. You could say down from all-time high, as is everything. Like everything. But Node Monks are what? 4x from their mint price? But the thesis here, man, is NFT is absolutely going to have a huge cycle again. And ETH NFTs found their all-time high through a cycle. Right? We found how high they can go, which is extreme. At their peak, dude, Bored Apes got to 9.5 Bitcoin value. That's what they were worth. We've never tested the ceiling on Ordinals. We've never had a bull market. We had a really hot beginning of this year for a few weeks in Ordinals, but we did not have a bull market. We didn't have an NFT bull market to actually test how high these go. Node Monks arguably are the first original 10K collection. They will be talked about as the CryptoPunk of Bitcoin again. They will. But what's going to happen when Bitcoin does that next parabolic move, and it will, right? To 150K, 200K, whatever it's going to do, right? And that money then flows to NFTs and altcoins, whatever. People will start flexing NFTs again, right? We'll have that phase where even probably celebs rock a PFP, right? We're going to have that phase again. No bigger flex than an Ordinal. No bigger flex than an Ordinal. We've not felt the ceiling of this stuff yet, and we're going to, man. Node Monks, Bitcoin Puppets, OMB, and Quantum Cats. Somebody could say it for me if you want, but I love saying it too. All of those are going to 1 Bitcoin floor at least. At least. We never touched the ceiling. We did not find the ceiling of this stuff yet. We pumped in a little, hopium kind of little phase earlier in the year. We did not go test that ceiling. We did not have a bull market. Those 4 collections, 1 Bitcoin floor, and my real thought is they get to 2 to 3 Bitcoin. It's out there. It's extreme, but come back to this video when it happens. It's something I'm betting on. It's the same thought of last cycle. Prices don't make sense, right? It's not to say they're worth that. They're not. It's not to say those valuations make any sense. It is a stupid amount of money. But people do stupid things when they think they can make money. That's all that's going to happen. People are going to chase the narrative, the CryptoPunk of Bitcoin. And oh my God, it's 0.5 Bitcoin? Well, they got to 0.9 last time, so I got like a 2x in it. And so they'll chase it, and they will. And then it's going to get to 0.9, or it's going to hit 1 Bitcoin, and the cycle's only half done. People think we still haven't hit the peak. They're like, oh my God, it's 1. And people are screaming CryptoPunk and ex-celeb put it as their PFP. They're like, oh my God, this is going to 2 Bitcoin. So then people buy it at 1 because they think they get a 2x. They're going to make 100,000 plus bucks on that thing. 100,000 bucks when that doubles. That's why. That's the why I think it's going to happen. It's more than why I think. It's why I know. Because I get human nature. I get how people trade these things. I get it. I know how greedy people get. I know what people are going to do to these collectibles. They're going to gamble. They're going to get greedy. They're going to have made so much money. They're going to say, oh, fuck. Well, even if I lose on it, I love it. I made so much money anyways. I'll gamble on this. I think I'm going to win that gamble, but if I lose it, whatever. I'm so rich. My life's changed. And they're going to buy it at 1 Bitcoin. I'm sure of it. I'm all in betting on it. I'm sure of it. The scenario where that doesn't happen is the cycle ends because we get some kind of black swan event. But minus a black swan event, these things do very, very stupid numbers. It's less about crypto. It's less about an Ordinal. It's just human nature. It's like when Bitcoin hits 100K and everybody FOMOs in, your normies all of a sudden are paying attention. A lot of rich people out there, a lot of rich people that still haven't come in yet. maybe you're starting to come into Bitcoin now. Those people haven't come to Ordinals yet, and they're gonna be wasteful and greedy and stupid with their money, and they're gonna buy the top collectibles. It's those four. I'm sure. I'm positive. I know they're going to 1 Bitcoin. I am pretty damn sure they're going to 2+. Fluoroforms, though, again, 0.1. Very little downside. I would say almost no downside. Tons of upside potential. I mean, hell, these get to sense levels. It's a 3x from where it's at right now. It's a 3x in these to get to sense level. There's, to me, no way they don't. That's turning your $470, let's say $500 into $1,500. I feel that, to me, automatic. Automatic. We're going to get an art cycle, like an art meta, like a hardcore, strong art meta. The Claire Silver stuff. Art is going to become the thing. And I think that art becoming the thing is going to coincide with Ordinals being the thing. And you know what we haven't seen? We have seen some Christie's Sotheby's Ordinals auctions, but remember last cycle when it was ETH NFTs like all the time on Christie's and Sotheby's, and we're like, holy shit, can you believe this? We've barely had that with Ordinals, and I think we're gonna. I think we're gonna have some like premium pieces from Bitcoin. They're gonna be auctioned at Christie's and Sotheby's, and it's gonna be like, oh my god, art on Bitcoin. Put those together, and then those bigger collections with the cheaper prices are gonna cook. Flares by far. A good bet on that. A pretty good bet on this. Far won Bitcoin Artist of the Year down at Art Basel. Small collection, right? 512 supply. Not cheap, but I see upside here. What is it? $2,000 right now. 0.025. I think these are 0.1. I think that's a riskier play. Far's art is hard for a lot of people to appreciate. It's not super appealing to a ton of people, but it's Far. When Taproot Wizards come out and when Quantum Cats hit 1 Bitcoin, and they're going to, absolutely going to, Far's art's going to pump. Everybody's going to be talking about Far. Honey Badgers, yet another one. This is, to me, the best play out there, period. Honey Badgers, $600. What is it, 0.005? 0.005 Bitcoin. Anytime they're 0.006. Anytime anybody talks about Node Monks being the first original 10K PFP, Honey Badgers are going to be all up in those replies telling their history because they were first. That's the simple thesis. They were first. They didn't mint out first. They didn't finish inscribing first, but they started the collection first. They inscribed first. They have the earlier inscription number. It is that simple. It is that simple. Great alpha in the community, like great. They're really good traders. They're really active. They're really degen. They get great whitelists. My Badgers have all paid for themselves, and that is both the ones that were basically free, minting these when they launched, but it's also ones I bought on secondary because I really believe in those things. And the ones I bought, I've already won whitelist that covers all of it. They get great whitelists there. My prediction for Badgers is 0.1 easily. These get to 0.1. It's another one I have no doubt about. And I could see Badgers at 0.25. Peak Euphoria, whatever, I can see Badgers at 0.25. I'm playing it for 0.1. And I'll probably be selling some of mine around that. I think I have 11 of them. But at 0.005 right now, 20x in it. In Bitcoin terms, cheap. Tons of upside. When you start seeing Quantum Cats at 1 or 2 Bitcoin, and you see a Badger at 0.003, 0.004, you know what I mean? Like, that's where people start FOMOing in and push those up to those prices that, again, way overvalued, all of it. All of it. It is a bubble that's starting to inflate, and barely started, but is going to inflate. It's going to be crazy. And it'll pop, and they'll all be worthless again. Hope you're out by then. But Badger's going to be one of those that really benefits. Big time. Badgers rock. What else is out here that I think is that kind of potential? Again, low cost. Megapunks will have a punk. I don't think crazy high here, but Megapunks will have a pump, as will Gizmo the Cat, guys. We're going to have that meta again where meme coin NFTs are going to really cook. Gizmo, I think, is going to be one of the top runes, period. It's going to be an awesome meme. A top meme, maybe, but in the rune ecosystem, the Gizmo rune is way up there, way up there. The Ordinal collection that uses the art that looks the best, that feels the most on brand, right? World Peace. It's this one. Man, this is a Hard to not see a huge opportunity here at $50 for these. If there's been any FUD there that's kind of killed off this collection, I'd be curious if people know. But that to me is something. Casper, nope. I am definitely selling out. I'm definitely selling. But Casper, again, the thing you got to keep in mind again, well, and I think you are, but it's again the greed. It's knowing what people did before when that earlier Ordinals we can call it a mini bull. I don't want to call it a bull, actually. It wasn't. That little Ordinals pump earlier in the year. Dude, I look at numbers all day, right? There were so few people in the Ordinals ecosystem even trading. ETH guys hadn't really come over yet. It was the smallest amount of people participating in Ordinals. That's different now. Tools are better. We got Magic Eden like this, right? We got all that liquidity coming from the ME token drop. We got all that liquidity coming to the Pudgy Penguin holders, who a lot of them are Bitcoin puppet holders. It's a different game than last cycle, than earlier this year. Way more people. I'm talking like tens of thousands more people. They're going to be trading Ordinals who actually have money to spend this time around. So there's that, but then the biggest thing too, and this is what Udi says, and some people don't agree. I do agree with this, which is a lot of guys who have already made life-changing money and are about to make even more life-changing money as Bitcoin pumps. Guys who've got hundreds and hundreds of Bitcoin, right? They want their little timestamp, their little memento, their little, they're degens too, so they gamble a little. Those guys, it is not hard. I know people say it's hard to get them to part with their Bitcoin. Some of them still will. Some of them will trade one of their hundreds of Bitcoin for a quantum cat. And it won't make a dent in their life. It won't make a dent in their wallet. They're also thinking maybe it goes up still. Again, as sure as I can be about something, it's that these get to those price targets. 1 Bitcoin automatic, but the 2, 3, it's really, really, really doable. Badgers are way too cheap right now. 0.005 is free. It's free. When I've bought some on secondary at 0.005 to 0.007, and then I hit a whitelist that I pay for it. But again, Casper, no, I'm definitely selling. I don't want to hold anything. I will definitely be selling. And Benny, I'm into gaming NFTs. I don't really have any. I'm really gonna be playing new mints. You know what I mean? So there's nothing I have. Maybe some Valeria tokens, and I'll play it that way. What's coming Monday for Doodles, though? Yeah, Rajan, no wrong way to play it because it's free. But I do think Magic Eden's going to be Binance level in a few years. I don't think it'd be dumb to stake it all. I don't think that'd be dumb at all. I think Magic Eden's going to be major, big-time T1. Everybody in the world knows about it. You know what I mean? Like everybody in the world knows about it, as far as anybody who pays attention. The same kind of people who would know what Binance is, I would bet most of them, a lot of them don't know what Magic Eden is. I think they will. That to me is the bet. Keith, good morning. I got some sandbox land. That's about it. I'll tell you this. I will be investing in the AI metaverse lands. I will be doing that. Jay-Wise, yeah, I do think to a small degree the rare stuff makes a difference. Like you get one that's got, like wizard hat or whatever, right? It makes a little difference. You definitely see some of those go above floor. You do. But, I mean, floor is just the easiest play. At their peak, I think these got to 0.015. Did they get to 0.02? What did these get to? Yeah, 0.026 was the peak of these, 0.028. Earlier this year, right? This was the peak of Ordinals already. Guys, April of this year. Does April of this year stand out to you guys as a good time for NFTs? Right? It was up. Like, no doubt we were up. It was hotter than it was right now, but just coming out of the bear market, does April stand out as a really great time for crypto? Because to me, it doesn't. To me, it was like a lot of, again, it was a hopium cycle. It was like people hoping that it comes back, but I could feel it wasn't. Right? It wasn't until this fall that it was like, oh, fuck, no, we're back, officially back. This is nothing. These prices are nothing compared to what we're about to do. It's nothing. That's experience talking. That's knowing how people spend money. That's knowing what people spend their money on. That's that talking. It's not TA. It's not me analyzing prices and this does this X amount because these specific numbers and the users X, right? I can reference that stuff, but this is just going on experience. We get back here, but we demolish this stuff. And Ordinal's very much more than the other ecosystems. So many more people, very liquid, already have money that they put aside. And if it's not life-changing money, it's a lot of money. They're euphoric from it. A lot of people life-changing money, though, and they are going to get very spendy with it. Scents, floriforms, honey badgers. It's just some of the easiest plays out there. Some of the easiest freaking plays out there, just period. On ETH, there's only one I'm really targeting. I'll tell you, obviously, V1 punks I think are a deal. They're not cheap, though. But V1 punks also have like a 3x in them. I think the best deal right now, over here, actually, it's the culty NFTs. It's because I think that meta cycles back hard, right? Like I got the SPX Project Eon. I think that cycles back hard. In fact, I think Murad's going to have a hated return, a hated rally. Because everybody's dunking on Murad saying his meme coins are shit, and they're not. Other ones got a strong narrative now, but SPX I think is going to be big time. But more than that, man, Winzy Yawa now at 0.89 is juicy. More than that, I'll tell you the one project that I think's got a ton of upside. I mean, this is too cheap. And this is the one I've been saying on ETH for a while here. Okay. I mentioned this one a lot. This was down to like 0.13 just maybe a week ago. Mog Auras. NFT collection for the Mog token that just got a Coinbase listing. These got to like 0.5, just about 0.5 ETH. So these are going to get back to 0.5. I think these go over 1. Decently cheap. The PFP meme coin, community meta, it's not here. It's not hot right now. It's not. It's definitely going to be. Mog Auras now with, all-time high market cap. Cooking on Coinbase. Mog Auras to me, easy win. Easy fucking win here. I mean, so easy. Much easier at 0.1. And that wasn't long ago, but Mog Auras are an easy win. I'll tell you this, mostly on ETH, though, I'm just waiting for new mints. I think a lot of this is undervalued, but I'm waiting for new mints here. Because a lot of this, it's kind of like World of Women. It's like if they do something, a lot of this is going to require a project to do something next. Because we already played out the memeability of them. Ooh, you know what I want to check? Is what's Matt Fury's collection, guys? What's the Matt Fury collection? The what the fuck are those called? He dropped basically in the bear market. Starts with an F, I think. Heads. I think heads get to 10 ETH this cycle. You and Casper, I think you're catching on. I've got some bold predictions, right? Yeah, kitty butts, right? These get to 10 ETH this cycle. Small collection, right? 1,000 supply. Awesome characters. Awesome art. Everybody wanted one, but these came during the bear, and nobody could afford them. Everybody wants head. Everybody wants this collection. And nobody's really talking about it, but everybody does want one. Who here does not want one? Like, let's not even think about price. Who doesn't really want one? Price is no object, right? I'll tell you who does definitely want them too, though. I know for sure is the whales out there. And they can't fucking believe they're this cheap. I can't believe they're this cheap. I don't think it would be a bad play for me, honestly, to sell my V1 Punk and just buy 2 of these. I think these are going to get to 10 ETH this cycle. We can go safer, 5 to 7 ETH. They're going to do that. They're going to do that. Again, people are going to get very stupid rich. And these held this price over the bear market, guys. These held that price really fucking well. These have been 1 ETH almost the entire fucking time. Right? These have been 1 ETH throughout the fucking bear. Dude, these are going to move violently. In fact, I might have to say these are one of the biggest calls out there, one of the biggest plays out there. 7 ETH, 10 ETH. I mean, geez. I can't fathom these not doing that. If I were liquid somewhere, I would buy one of these. I really would. These are going to cook. It's his best original collection. I mean, because most of his other stuff are really Pepe, it's Pepe characters, it's Pepe derivatives, and these are a derivative, but they're all original characters. They're incredible. Yeah, if I were liquid, if I had it, 2 things I want on ETH. Rec Guy and heads. This is probably number 1. This is probably the number 1 thing I want right now and have for a while, and I know a lot of other people feel the same. These are gonna melt faces. This is gonna be one of the ones we come back to, and everyone's gonna be like, "Fuck, why didn't I do it?" And for a lot of us, it's because they're expensive. But a lot of other people have it, and maybe just they're like, "I don't know about it. I don't know." Look at that chart. That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, these will be 5+ ETH. Now it's locking up your money for possibly months. I don't think it's going to take long for these to cook. I bet you next week these are 2.5 ETH. I don't think it's going to take long at all for those to cook. And man, in runes, you can't go wrong with fucking anything. Oh, wow, we're pumping today, too. Cypher Genesis, one of the easiest plays out there. And Gizmo, one of the easiest plays out there. Those two are my easy rune plays. As is Dog. Dog is going to go over $1 billion. But you don't have the multiples there. You might. Maybe it goes to a few bill. I'm not sure. I hope it does, and it very well could, but I'm not sure. I am sure Cypher Genesis and Gizmo got multiples in it. Both of them. I'm sure about Gizmo. I'm pretty darn sure about Cypher Genesis. Especially if Butoshi, is that it? Especially if he's like continuing to work on that AI agent. He's really pushing AI, and he is. Right? Like Shaw loves this guy. This has got so much freaking potential. Yeah, but Gizmo's my big favorite. Love Gizmo. Fuck, I can't stop thinking about heads. In fact, you know what? When I get my ME drop, which I can't claim because I'm in the US, so I'm not going to get it. But if I were, maybe the one play I'd be making is swapping that and buying a heads. I'm very sure about those. I'm very sure about that price. Dude, I'm almost tempted to sell my cents and go trade into a heads. It's not a bad idea. Like, I'm really sure about those things. Oh, one of those things you wish you were liquid enough to just do it all, right? I'm really sure about those, though. What is that USD value-wise? There's $7,000. Fuck. Yeah, damn. Yeah, Flora's doing great. Are they up from when we looked? Yeah, those are, yeah. Some really, really great opportunities out there. Really great. There's man, we come back in 2 weeks, a lot of this is it's gonna be a different story. And even in 2 weeks, this stuff's got still 2, 3, 4x. Like, this stuff's got a lot of room, but some of these are like bear market prices. You know, like Floriform's only like, I don't know, 2, 3x from bear market prices. Some of this stuff is like, I mean, God, node monks are almost at their low. Node monks touch like 0.09 briefly. Incredibly low. This stuff, while it's green, this is not anything. This is not anything really to write home about. This is nothing. A lot of room here on all this stuff. A lot of it. Spicy. Spicy. A lot of opportunities. God damn it. I can't stop thinking about heads. I'm gonna do some. I gotta do some soul searching there. I gotta see if I got anything I can part with. I don't think I do, but I gotta see if I got something I can part with and get one. Because there's I mean, I wasn't even planning to talk about heads, and now that I have, it's just one of the most obvious plays out there. God. Yep, one of those ones I wish I would have grabbed in the bear, or in a little different situation right now. But, oh my God, the nothing token. I gotta pull this up. This is one, hey, if I played smarter over the meme coin cycle, it'd be no problem buying one right now. Look at the nothing token, man. Another all-time high, hit 150 mil. Look at this thing. Look at this. Oh, unbelievable. I was in right here. And you know, I always equate this to Naval. I was in here, and when I didn't see it blow up, I'm like, I just didn't see it right. Okay, I missed it. You know, I'm wrong. And I sold somewhere here. And then it did that. And I'm like, fuck, okay, I saw it right. I saw it right. It was the right coin. The time frame was wrong. And that's the mistake I'm not making with Naval, right? I'm not. If or when Naval has that kind of move, I'm not sure. I'm not sure Naval gets to 200 mil. I think it can. But I'm not selling at this part. I'm not selling when I know what it has the potential to do. Man, oh man. Tickle, who's that? Are we talking Harto? Dude, one of my biggest bets is on a Harto collection too. I don't recommend buying this, by the way, at all. But shoot, what's it called? Golden Ratio. Golden Ratio, I got a big bet on. You know, because I'm playing that art cycle. I'm playing for the art meta, and I'm playing for the Ordinals meta, and again, I'm playing for those to happen at the same time. So these are pretty awesome, man. This is the exact kind of collection I can picture maybe one of them being sold at a Sotheby's or Christie's. That's kind of the hope. What are these? $8,000 floor right now. Pretty interesting. He's a big artist on the Bitcoin side, and I think he's just growing. And I treated myself to one of the rarer ones in the collection, these Fibonacci trait ones. And I hope it plays out. I don't know. I'm not convinced. I was very convinced early. I'm not sure. I think they do well still. I don't think I lose money on this. I think this collection pumps too. Not so sure if it's the Fidenza of Bitcoin, but I don't think it's not a possibility. But good collection. I mean, I love the collection, to be honest. But I think that art meta is going to really do well, man. Art meta cooks, Ordinals meta cooks together. A lot of good shit coming, guys. Cool. All right, we went long. That was good, but there was plenty to talk about. There's so much more, but I stick to the ones I know. And the ones I talked about today, I know. And I'll say, not financial advice, but I'll tell you, this is Huda advice. It's experience. It's a lot of it. I did very well last cycle. And the lessons learned from last cycle, where I didn't do well, was keeping some of that money, not putting it back in stuff. I put it in great stuff, but when the market dies, doesn't matter what you're in. All of it is overvalued. It's all overvalued right now. We're going to have 2 or 3 more months of these prices continuing to inflate, even more overvalued. It all's going to come crashing down for sure. But I'm saying all that to say I've got that experience. I am very good at seeing these things. I'm very good at seeing the things that people will like. And I usually see them early. So those ones I'm in now, I'm really sure about them. I'm really sure about them. I have them all. I'm not selling them all because I'm really sure that they're heading in one direction here and it's in the short term. I can't wait. It's going to be a blast, guys. You know what, Eric? I have one of those. I have one. It definitely, I think it pumps too. Right? I think this also sees a little action. They burn their community a bit. I'm not sure with this one how high it goes. I don't think it's got a crazy future ahead of it. And I hope I'm wrong. I really do, because I have one. Art meta comes back. It will do well enough there. But like live art, and then maybe him in particular, I'm not sure. He does reach a different audience. He does reach TradFi, or traditional art collectors, I should say. And he's big in the Asian market. So there's a great chance that this could come back. You know what? Certainly keep this on your radar. But I don't know that this one does anything like that blows people away. I'm not sure. But it definitely checks a few boxes. So yeah, it might not be bad there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Fingers crossed. I hope it does well. Shit, I gotta find my wallet that has that in it. I don't remember where it is. It should do well. I'm going to be watching this closely, man. I'm watching Clear Silver. I'm watching Heads. I'm watching, everything we talked. Patchwork, Naval. Some good stuff out there. Some undervalued stuff. Tuesday's going to be a big day. Pudgy, I tell you what, man. I didn't think I could get more excited for the end of this year. But Pudgy Penguins token not coming next year, coming this year, that's got me excited. That's a whole other thing I didn't think was hitting yet. That's going to be huge. A lot of liquidity getting in traders' hands. We are going to be very spendy with it. Look, even me saying if I were claiming, I would take a chunk of it and go buy an NFT. That's what's happening. OpenSea drop. That will happen there too, right? It's about to get a nice fat stimmy here. So it should be cool. All right, fam. That's it. I'm done. I'm going in the trenches a bit. I'm going to go trade. I always say I want to stream when I do that. I might. We'll see. But I'm going to go look at some meme coins here. See if we can make some monies. Yeah, Edge, and that's why January is going to cook. Some people that aren't trading or are taking losses right now, like loss harvesting, come January 1st, whole different story. That's when the floodgates really, really open. Sometime in January, it's going to be wild. Wild. But yeah, Mike, see ya. Have a great day. That goes to all you guys. Have a great freaking day. Oh, by the way, Wicked was fucking awesome. Wicked was really good. So, yeah, that was super cool. All right, guys, best of luck to you. Have a fantastic day. See you tomorrow morning right here. Oh, smash the like on your way out. It helps a fuck ton. It really does. Hit the like. Go make some monies. See you guys.